I had a subscriber ask a question if there's an easy way to take a lamp that just has an on and off socket and convert it so that you can use a three-way bulb. And it's actually very easy just to go down to the hardware store and pick up a three-way socket. And if there's no one there to help you, an easy way to see if this is a three-way socket is a standard on-off socket is just going to have this center contact, but a three-way is going to have this additional contact right next to it. So to convert it, all we need to do is first remove the harp. Make sure you unplug it and remove the light bulb and just squeeze the harp. Sometimes there's retaining clips that hold it in place. And once we have the harp off, all we have to do in most cases for this type of socket, just squeeze it and pull it up, and that removes the outer shell, and then you can just pull out the socket and you're always going to have this insulating cardboard inside. And if you have a style that's plastic, some of them actually unscrew and the bottom unscrews, so depending on the style you have. And now you just have to unscrew the lamp wire, and depending on your socket, it's either going to be a Phillips or standard slotted screw. And on the silver side, this is going to be your neutral wire, and then on the brass side, this is your hot wire. And for most lamp wire, you're going to have one side of the wire that's smooth and one side that's ribbed. And the ribbed side is going to be your neutral, and the smooth side is your hot. And now we're going to remove the whole body here, but depending on what you buy, if you have a new socket, a three-way socket that matches the base, you can just leave the old base. But you should have an underwriter's knot, a knot that keeps the cord from being pulled out. And the safety for that is if someone were to move the lamp or knock against it and the wire was pulled, this prevents these wires from being pulled off the screw terminals on the socket. So that's your safety. So we're just going to unwind the knot, and then depending on your old socket, this one actually has a set screw that we need to loosen, and then this is just on a threaded nipple. So we just remove that, and now we put on our new base. We're just going to pass our wires up through it, and this one also has a set screw, so I'm going to loosen that set screw. And I'm just going to thread the new base down onto the lamp like that, and then I'm just going to tighten it. To tie your underwriter's knot, you're just going to take one wire and loop it down behind the main part of the wire. Then you're going to create a loop and pass it in front of the main body of the wire, and you're going to pull this end of the wire through this loop, and you're going to push this end of the wire through the other side, and then just pull it tight. And that's your underwriter's knot, and that's your safety so that the wires aren't pulled from the screw terminals and pose a shock hazard. So now I'm just going to pull that tight from underneath. And now to connect the new three-way socket, I know that my ribbed side is the neutral, and so that's going to be screwed down on the silver screw terminal. So just loosen the screw, and you want to bend this in a hook, and you want this hook going in a clockwise direction, so as we tighten down that screw, it's going to tighten down against the screw terminal. If we were to wrap that counterclockwise, it could actually push itself off. So snug that up tight. And then on the other side, this is your brass screw terminal, and we're going to use the smooth wire, and that's our hot side. And we're just going to wrap that again clockwise around the screw terminal. And tighten it down. And snug it up. And so now always make sure you have a cardboard insert that's again a protection against creating a shock hazard. and then we're going to put the outer body of the socket on, and then just wrap the cord into the base and then snap it in place. So it's that easy to take a lamp that just turns on and off and convert it into a socket that's going to be able to utilize a three-way bulb.